Okay, so this is not going to be like a big long meeting today. I just wanted to get on and first of all, just tell you guys how excited I am that you've said yes to doing this book study with me, because I think the personal growth that you're going to get from this will surprise you. I did this book, I guess it was a little over a year ago. And it was like a golds only. A couple of teams were doing it. And I was a hard no on book studies up to this point. Just because I was like, I don't have time for that. It sounds boring. I don't need that, you know. And so, but I did it because I was like, well, all these other leaders are saying that's what we need to do. So I'm going to do it because I want to grow and I want to get to where they are. And like I got into the first chapter and I was like, major conviction. I was like, okay, so maybe I'm not as good of a leader as I thought, and I'll really get something out of this. And it really revealed a lot about myself, and the areas that I'm strong in, and also the areas that I was weak in and I needed to grow. And so I'm super excited to dive into it again a year later, because I'm going to be able to gauge my personal growth and continue to grow in areas. So I'm excited to see what happens with you and your teams also. This is going to be an accountability thing, you know. I mean, if we're all leaders, we have to be willing to say yes to things and then follow through. So the expectation is to be able to be on the calls, have done your reading, taken notes, just because that's what, for you to grow, that's what you have to do to get something out of it, right? Um, so if something happens and you can't get on, just like send a message in our chat. Hey, I'm not going to be able to get on tonight. Can't wait to catch up, you know, with the recording or whatever, just so that we know. Because what we don't want to do is make it easy for you to not show up and then you don't get anything out of it. So the accountability is going to be there. And we're going to do 3 chapters a week. I'm sure, has everybody gotten their book? Yeah. Yep. Amanda, did you got yours, right? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so 3 chapters is not that much. I mean, it's a tiny little book. So you're going to be able to get through this pretty quickly. But I want to encourage you, as you're reading, don't let this be something that you're just like, oh, it's short, I can blow through this. I want you to really read this and like think about yourself, think about your business, think about your team and how this applies to where you are right now. I even do things like take notes, like write things in the margin. Like whenever I was reading the introduction, I wrote on here, I want to be more self-aware so I don't fall into snares that hinder my team, my growth, and my success. So just things like that. If the Lord reveals something to you about yourself, write it down, because then when you do this with your team, you can look back and go, wow, I overcame that. I did grow. So I don't want this to be just a check it off the list kind of thing, because I really want you to get something out of it. Did everybody read the introduction? It was like a page. So you can see you're probably going to get a lot out of this. Was there anything that stood out to you in the introduction? What's that, Amanda?
Sorry, no, my son was talking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
I liked how it was talking about blind spots and like how, thank you for that. I think there's some on the table. How like we have blind spots about ourselves and we can see ourselves out of a different lens than someone else may.
Yeah.
And so he was talking about how like I'm trying to get to the exact sentence. Like talking about how you can't see yourself, it prevents you from seeing yourself clearly and you won't be aware of it. And so you kind of need like an accountability person to tell you like, hey, this is something that I've noticed that you're doing good on, or this is something that I've noticed that maybe we can work on or improve on. And so you don't really see that about yourself at times, or you don't see the good about yourself at times and you need someone to kind of be there to help you with that. So I liked that.
Yeah, I like that too. And this is, I mean, you're gonna have things in this book that step on your toes. And that's a great thing if you're willing to take it, grow from it, and improve. But I also want you to be aware when you're reading this, if there's something that you're like, oh, I do that well, um, take note of that too, because that's also an area, like if you're really strong, that's an area that you can help your team, or you can help, you can help us or people that are weak in that area. So don't let this be like a Debbie Downer kind of thing for you. Be excited to grow from it and recognize the things that you do well. I may even ask you guys to lead a week just because I'm excited to help you raise your leadership lid too. So if there is a certain week that you would like to volunteer for, let me know and we'll get it on the schedule. But or if like you're reading something, you're like, oh, like this resonated with me, I'd really like to lead this week, let me know. And you can run with it. So I am planning to do the first week just because, starting off, has anybody in here ever done a book study before?
No.
Okay, so Shelby, you've got experience, you kind of know like what it's like. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm excited. Do y'all have any questions? No. Okay. If there are any conflicts or something that y'all see coming up that's gonna be an issue with when we're gonna meet, please let me know. Like, team wide, if we need to make an adjustment for a certain night. It I think I think Sundays should be pretty safe, Sunday afternoons, but if you see something coming up and think we need to reschedule, let me know. I'm just excited to do this with y'all and I'm thrilled to see what happens with our team. So thank you for committing to this. Thank you for, for being willing to grow and go to the next levels in your business. So if there's nothing else, we can get off of here and y'all can go about your day and I can go check on my chicks. So I love y'all. Thank you so much. Bye.